Okay guys, in this video we're going to look at how Raul can defend himself when he's being pushed up against the wall from behind, okay? So first of all, situational awareness. Obviously if Raul's there and he sees somebody coming up behind him, straight away he's turning, his arms are up, he's in his fence, he's keeping his distance, okay? Obviously he's going to be doing that. He's not going to be stood there with his hands in his pockets, on his phone, distracted. He's going to be aware. But if I've caught him off guard, because I'm really sneaky, we're going to show you what to do to defend yourself in a situation like this. So I've pushed Raul up against a concrete structure, and then I'm going to go in and I'm going to either try and take his money or I'm going to attack him. So once he's been pushed, the first thing he's going to do is he needs to protect his face. Notice his head immediately turns to the side so that he's not face planting in the wall, and his arms have come up nice and high to cushion the blow and protect himself from the impact of me pushing him against the wall. Okay, so I've pushed him, he's protected himself from the impact. As I come in, he's going to turn, and he's immediately going to start attacking with hammer fists, punches, kicks, and then he's going to keep his hands nice and high. Oh, fucking hell. Ah, good shot. So that covers the push, but what if I want to immobilize him and trap him against the wall? So rather than just pushing him and then approaching, I'm actually going to drive him into the wall, okay? So more like this, and I'm keeping him there, and I might try and ask for his money. Well, first of all, if I'm asking him for his money, I suggest you give it to me. Can I have your money? Oh, thank you very much. But if I'm asking for more than that, or potentially I want to hurt him, then Raul needs to start striking back and defending himself. So I'm putting all my weight now into Raul, okay? So if he tries to push back at me, it's not going to work, okay? Because I can just put all my weight against him, all right? And I have more weight than Raul does, so it's going to be impossible for him to just push back from the wall to get away from what I'm trying to do, okay? So what he needs to do, rather than push back, is he needs to go around, okay? Now, he's going to go the way that his head is facing, because if all my weight is pushed against him, he's not going to be able to turn his head back that way, because if my weight's against him, he's going to scrape his face all along the wall, and he's going to look even uglier than he does now. So he's going to go the way that his head is pointing, okay? So if I'm committed and I'm putting all my weight into Raul, all he's going to do is he's going to rotate his body to my outside, just like that. Immediately, without even doing anything, I've gone straight into the wall, right? I didn't even know that was going to happen. Because all my weight is pushing into him, as soon as he's rotated, I've gone straight into the wall, all right? Because all my weight is pushing against him. Once he's rotated, nice and slow, once he's rotated, he's going to come straight in with the elbow, strikes, get my outside, and he's away. If I'm applying all my weight to Raul and I'm holding him around the back of his neck, it's going to be more difficult for him to rotate using the elbow because I've got more leverage. So if he tries to twist, I've got more leverage on him, okay? So what he's going to do instead in this situation, if I've got his neck, he's going to bring his arm and point to the ceiling. And now he's going to rotate. So now a simple frontal push. Raul's facing me this time rather than having his back turned to me. The wall's behind him, and I'm just pushing him against the wall. So as I've pushed him, Raul is taking the impact again by bringing his foot up, tucking his elbows in, tucking his chin down, because what we don't want to happen is as I've pushed Raul, his arms go flying back and so does his head, and he smashed his head against the wall, and it's goodbye Raul. So immediately you can see that he's bringing his chin down, he's bringing his elbows in, and he's bringing his foot up to cushion the blow from the push. So if I decide to push him and then start following up with strikes, immediately he's already in that position where he's covering. So if I start striking him, he's got his elbows and his shoulders nice and high and his chin down to protect himself from my punches. So I've pushed him, he's cushioned the blow, he's protecting himself from the strikes, and then he's going to start fighting back, using his hammers, using his kicks, getting some space. So what if instead of pushing him, I decide to keep hold of him? So I've driven him against the wall, and I'm grabbing hold of him and immobilizing him against the wall. Well, this is a stupid thing for me to do, because now I've sacrificed both my hands, okay? Raul still has both of his hands, so he's going to start fighting back, stopping me from headbutting him, getting some space.